Shout out to TL community and littleappfactory.com from all the Liquid boys in Korea.
Hello and welcome, nerds, to yet another GGvision interview with me, Sebastian Sjöberg. I've got a very special guest on the show tonight, none other than Liquid HuK, broadcasting to us straight from South Korea. How are we doing, my man?
I'm doing good. It's like 12 here, 12:30, I don't know. So kind of late for me, not for the other guys, but yeah, I've been doing good.
Of course. And I heard you just got back from the gym working on your abs. How does that feel?
Okay, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. I don't have a six-pack yet, but hopefully someday I will.
Oh, I'm sure you will. And of course, while we're at it, I had the great pleasure of meeting you and Liquid, TLO, and Tyler not too long ago in Sweden at the DreamHack LAN. And, Liquid did not do too well, but the OGS guys did a little better. And it was perhaps not the greatest after party, but we still had a lot of fun. So good to meet you all, and I'm glad no one got caught in the snow and died.
Yeah.
That was close there, but not quite. But of course, this interview, as the one I did with JP McDaniel not too many days ago, is intended to focus on the past year of Starcraft, the first year of Starcraft 2, and what's happening in 2011, when things will really kick off. Just throwing it out there, HuK, how has the first year of Starcraft 2 been for you? You've been on one hell of a ride, winning the first MLG, and now have moved to Korea, living the nerd dream. Thoughts?
I mean, it was great. I mean, when I first started playing, I was kind of at a crossroads in my life of what I wanted to do, and then, sorry, my coach just walked in and walked out, gave me a weird look, but, yeah, I just started playing the beta for fun, and then I decided to join a team that wanted to basically pay my bills while I played StarCraft 2, which was really cool. And then from there, I won MLG Rally, and, you know, after that really took off, I joined TL, the best StarCraft 2 team, period. And, you know, now I've moved to Korea, and since I've been here, I can just feel myself get so much better. I mean, since I've gotten here, I've improved, I don't know how much, just a ton, so it's been good so far, and I'm hoping to post the results to back that up soon.
Oh, I'm sure you will. And of course, for viewers out there who may not know, HuK is broadcasting to us from the Liquid-oGs house, and if you hear any disturbing noises in the background, that would be perhaps Jinro, Rhett, or Hayder, or any of the OGS guys making troubles. So that's a quite nice little backdrop to this interview. You did not quite qualify for the GSL number 3, but you had just arrived in Korea then, and you're of course pumped for the upcoming one, which will start just after the new year, I believe. How do you intend to win it all?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be in Code B. Me and Hayter are going to be in Code B. No league like B, A, or S are a joke. I mean, they're all pretty tough, and even A is best of one, so there's a lot of variance that can happen. But I plan on making it to S. It's not really a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. I mean, I want to do it as soon as possible, obviously, but we'll see. I mean, like you said, with the first time I just got here and I played a decent person as my final match, and unfortunately lost 1-2. But I'm pretty sure if I played him again, like if I played him today, best of 5 or whatever, I'd win either 3-1 or 3-0. So I think I've definitely gotten a lot better since I've been here, and you know, hopefully I can get to S5 as soon as possible.
Of course you can, I'm sure. But you were a professional player and a sponsored player before you went to Korea. Clearly you were ahead of the curve already in North America. Now you moved to the Korean scene, and you say you've improved so much. In what way has this environment enabled you to enhance your skills more particularly? What is it that enables you to become so much better from playing in a pro gamer house in Korea?
Well, I mean, I was always a hard worker. I was a really hard worker in North America, and now that I'm in Korea, I'm even more of a hard worker. I mean, I don't know, it's hard to say what other players do, but I definitely am committed to this game 100%. I can play, 8 to 10 hours a day without a problem. And I think the biggest thing about it is being able to talk to my teammates, TL and OGS, about strategies and stuff like that. And even though I don't take criticism so well after I lose, like, Jinro will say, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. And then, a few minutes later, I'll start thinking about it, even though I'm really angry right afterwards. Other than that, the just level of skill here is a lot harder than North America or Europe, I feel. When I was in North America, I didn't feel there was this huge gap, but now that I'm in Korea and I see, how the players are and how many good players there are, I definitely feel like there's a decent skill gap between the Korean server and Europe and North America.
Well, I think no one would argue with that. And of course, living with you in the OGS house is the current GSL champion, OGS MC, also known as Iron, who bested Jinro, who put up a very good fight in the round of 4. And I want to make a shout out to my fellow Swede Terran out there, who's sitting next to you right now. But OGS MC is a Brotoss, and he's currently the reigning champion. Are you training with him, anything, and how huge is that skill gap currently?
I mean, we discuss certain things. Usually when I try to tell him he does something wrong, he just says, you could be me and GSL finalist or GSL winner, and I pretty much can't say much after that.
Yeah, but, I guess he can take that privilege. Yeah.
For now, he can do that.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Other than that, I mean, we're pretty good friends. We joke around a lot, and, I'll watch his gameplay. He'll watch my gameplay. He'll send me replays. I'll watch them and learn, kind of stuff he does. I think he was kind of lucky in GSL because I think Brotoss vs. Terran is definitely his strongest matchup. I think Brotoss vs. hwaitiiiiiing is kind of lacking, and PvP is just a crapshoot for everybody, but he's really strong in all the matchups, obviously. Yeah, I mean, it's nice having, the GSL winner to be in the same house where you can, go talk to them or ask questions or, just share ideas with each other. So,
of course, yeah.
That's one of the advantages, I guess.
And it's already been proven that foreigners nowadays in Starcraft 2 can really put up more than a good fight against the Koreans. Again, Jinro was one hair away from being in the final, and I'm sure Liquid will continue on that path and give us a lot to look forward to in 2011 with the GSL. And yes, in not too many weeks we will see you guys doing your best to show your worth. But looking beyond that in 2011, what plans do Liquid have, and what are your plans with it in terms of world domination internationally and perhaps outside of just winning tournaments? What's on the table?
Staying with Hero. I mean, I'm looking forward, like, outside of tournaments? Like, what do you mean?
Sort of how to perhaps expand the brand or do events of your own. I don't know, is there anything planned for Liquid outside of just being the very best at StarCraft 2 as the scene grows?
Yeah, I think I mean, I don't know how much I can talk about without getting in trouble or what.
That's what I'm trying to get out of you.
I don't know. I think Liquid's planning on doing some kind of event sometime soon.
I've been hearing rumors.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a more question directed at Victor and Matt.
I'll make sure to do that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping it gets announced soon or whatever. There's definitely something coming up in 2011. I can guarantee that as far as Liquid.
Cool.
Other than that, I mean, I'm pretty sure we want to start a team site off of not just TL, but like an actual just Team Liquid, the SC2 team site, and some other projects. I mean, I try to keep up with it, but not too much. We'll have to see. I don't want to get in trouble here, but other than that, just MLG, ESO, stuff like that.
Well, that looks very interesting, and there's a fairly big LAN coming up in Finland. I don't have the exact dates in front of me, but I think it's early February in Helsinki. For example, I know some of the European big names are going. Would you in Korea be interested in journeying back up to Scandinavia to dish out some ownage?
Yeah, I would love to go. Basically, the way the team's working right now, we're only going to plan on sending a few players from Korea or one player from Korea to smaller European tournaments such as that, or like Liquid HuK or the British LAN tournament coming up.
Yeah.
So
everyone is going to be a self.
We'll see. I want to go, so if I can, I will. But nothing for sure.
Well, that's glad news for everyone to hear. So, of course, we'll be seeing your presence, the Liquid presence in MLG, in the GSL, and wherever you can fit a guy in then, I guess it's safe to say. So, just taking a larger look at the growth of the esports scene, because a year ago we only had Brood War and rumors about the beta. And sure, we had the Team Liquid Star League, which had a nice, healthy prize pool back in those days, in those terms. Now things have just exploded. People are making money playing the game like never before, and there's sponsorships. Things are becoming more professional and more chaotic all the time. Looking back at the year that's been and the years before then, when the Starcraft subculture was strong but small, solid but small. What are your impressions and perhaps worries as well about where we're heading? What do we have to be concerned about for this to be strong and grow healthily? The esports scene we are all a part of.
At this point, I mean, there always seems to be enough interest as far as events go. Like the numbers are always, off the chart as far as stream views or attendance from just the audience. They always have, packed cinemas or packed stands or whatever, is holding. I think at this point, most worried about is game balance, things like adding LAN to the game, mostly things that we can't control.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much up to Blizzard. So, still going to cross our fingers and hope for, some of those things to come into play.
Map pool.
Jinro says map pool. He's really not happy with the maps.
The map pool, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of the Blizzard part is going to have to come into play. I mean, even if it doesn't, I still think the game's going to be solid, and I still think it's going to continue to grow. I don't think it's going to keep on exploding as much as it has this year. But I still think it hasn't hit its peak yet. I mean, it's only been out, less than a year. So, I'm just looking forward to seeing how big it does get, because it's obviously going to get pretty big, and it already is big. So, yeah, just looking forward to that.
Yeah, these are very exciting times, and perhaps 2011 will not be the year of explosion, but of solidifying what we have built so far. But picking up on something you, and actually Jinro, just said, the map pool. The maps in the Brood War era were always the ones made by Kespa themselves, who are very professional and good about that. They produced tons of very good maps most of the time that were renewed every season. So there were a lot of new balance changes via the maps all the time, which kept the game of Brood War alive and kicking. Now, Blizzard has of course built a very powerful map creator tool with Starcraft 2, but they also control what ladder maps are being played, and they make those themselves. There are a few, if no high-level games played on custom maps, even if they're made to be professional ladder maps. How much of a problem is that from a pro gamer standpoint? The current maps and the way that the map development process is beyond the community's control, essentially.
Well, I mean, the way Kespa did it back when was basically they would hire ex-pro gamers or pro gamers or just really smart people who knew the game through and through to help make those maps. I think the problem right now with doing that kind of process would be that the game isn't as figured out as Brood War was, because I mean at that point,
True.
they could look at a map, say we can add this or that, and that's going to add strength to this or that race, or make it more balanced in some way. Whereas StarCraft 2 is still a very new game, so it's not as figured out, and they don't know all the mechanics as far as maps are concerned. The thing Jonathan complains about the most, I think, is that he's just bored because, we've had these set maps and we play them, every day.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, Blizzard controls it, and they make the ladder maps, which, make the tournament maps. And you can't really, if MLG already, somehow came out and they said, okay, we're going to make our tournament and we're going to use our own maps, it's going to be hard for lower level players that don't have teams to support them to find good practice partners to practice these maps with.
Yeah.
Because obviously the easiest way to practice for everybody is just to hit search ladder and play the maps. I mean, it would be nice to see some custom maps and some changes and all that, but I don't know if the game's ready for it yet. I mean, I'm not a professional at that kind of thing, so I don't want to say too much, but I hope sooner or later we get to some kind of stage that was like in StarCraft 1.
Yeah, I think we all would like to see that, because the game changed several times a year with every season. A new map was introduced, and suddenly Zerg was winning again, and another season Protoss was back on the top. And but of course, by then the game had been figured out, as you say, and we'll just have to see if Blizzard will enable more custom maps to be included in the pool. They have the control. And speaking of their control, JP McDaniel, in my previous interview, picked up an interesting theory of his, namely that the lack of LAN in StarCraft 2 is perhaps, and this is just a theory of his, of course, due to how Blizzard want to be able to more actively control tournaments and broadcasting. And that is, of course, down to the fact that KESPA, the Korean Esports Association in Korea, never really gave Blizzard the recognition or royalties that they wanted for broadcasting Brood War, and now they have the built-in tools to control that. You live in Korea, you're fighting in the GSL, and you're all very much aware of the current problem. Could that be something to go on at all?
It's a possibility, but I highly doubt that's the reason why. I mean, the reason they didn't have control from SC1 is basically because at the time they didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, and they didn't really want to argue with KESPA that much. Now that they saw how big SC1 got in Korea and how big esports really is, then, they decided they wanted more control. And I mean, at this point, it's not too much to fight over SC1. SC1's kind of dying out, but they definitely want to keep control of SC2 because it's just beginning. But I don't think having control over Battleland, making tournaments only being played online is the reason for not having LAN. I mean, whether it is or isn't, they're going to have control no matter what, as long as they want it. So I don't see that really being an issue. But it's a nice conspiracy theory, I guess, in some way.
Yeah, well, it's just a thought. I wanted to pick your brain. But you spoke of the Korean Brood War scene and how it's petering out. I have stopped following Brood War, I must admit. I don't know who won the last MSL or OSL. At least I can't remember it right now. I'm sure you followed it religiously, as most of us did back in the day. Now you're in Korea. Have you gone to any Brood War matches or met Jaedong or Flash? Or is that, as you say, dying out, that whole original scene?
I haven't been to them, but I haven't even been to that many SC2 events. I mean, I went to a few of the GSLs, obviously the finals, and, Jinro played. I tried to make it out. It'd be nice to meet legends like Flash and Jaedong, but as far as going to an event, I'd rather, stay home and practice or, focus on SC2. It's kind of sad to see it dying out, but I still think SC1's a great game. I love. Like, even last night I was watching Pimpus Plays from 2010 for SC1. It's still, a really great game. And it's sad that it's kind of being forced to die because of SC2. other than that, it is what it is. So.
Yes, the future is here and it demands certain sacrifices. But speaking of the current life in the Liquid-oGs house, Christmas is closing in, but I reckon you won't have much of the classic Western Christmas experience there. Are you gonna practice all through Christmas Eve, or will Jinro be the Santa, given that he has won the most stuff?
Yeah, Christmas is different here. It's not the same as North America or Europe. I mean, the market or mall, or I don't know what to call it, right next to us has Christmas songs playing, and we went and bought Santa hats to do pictures for TL thing, and it was hard to find them, by the way. That was like a big success. We're almost just gonna have to do just pictures with nothing Christmassy, but well, other than that, I mean, I think the best Santa would be Yost.
Oh yeah.
But but Jinro being the one that won everything, I think he should donate to some kind of. Maybe we'll have Christmas dinner or something. I mean, most of the OGS players are going on a skiing trip in 2 days or something. We were invited to go, but I don't think we're gonna go, even though it would be nice. So yeah, it looks like practice as usual for Christmas Day. Maybe we'll go to breakfast or dinner or something and try to celebrate. But it's okay. We're all family here, so yeah, it's family away from family, I guess.
Oh, so you're all staying in Korea over Christmas and New Year's, because the the new GSL is starting up so early in January. Then no one is going home to see their family, etc.
No, I mean, me, Jonathan, and Yost could go home and see our family and friends, but as far as I hear, Haypro has no friends, so it's only family.
Of course, yes. I forgot about that. The community wishes you a very Starcraft 2 Christmas then, and will send thoughts and PMs to you on Christmas Eve.
Oh, thank you.
So basically, how do you find life in Korea now? You've been there a while, you're practicing all the time and working on your abs, but what's it like, the pro gamer dream in the Holy Land?
It's nice. Just been working. I got one of my teammates looking at me very strangely now because he doesn't understand I'm doing an interview. But
Lost in translation.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. It's nice. I mean, I like having we don't have such a hard schedule. I mean, we basically wake up and do what we want. But being in a house where everybody practices for most of the day, it's kind of standard to wake up a certain time, play a certain time, eat breakfast, and play, eat dinner, play. And, you can, biggest thing is being able to watch other great players play and talk about, different strategies or ideas and, try to understand the game more, because the more you understand, the better you are. And, it's all about that.
It's all about dedication, and we all admire you for putting in so much hard work, all of you guys there in the house. I mean, from just a common nerd to another, it's great to see you guys doing what you do, and I'm sure something funny just happened.
Yeah, well, see, what you said, Jonathan heard as he's playing his game, and he chuckled, because he knows I work like a sicko.
Yes.
Like, I'm the hardest worker ever. Haypro watches movies, and he works on that. Ouch! Yost works decently hard on 2v2 and 1v1. And Jonathan practices really hard for GSL, but when it's not GSL, when he can, yeah. But it's all jokes and fun, and we all practice really hard, so. Yeah.
Well, be careful what you say to Jonathan, or he'll just say, code as me, code F you, and you'll have to shut up.
True. I practice 10 times harder when I'm in GSL than any other time. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you all picked up Jinro saying that, folks. So, clearly you're all doing well, and I'm sure we'll see all of you on the TV casted by Tasteoses, dishing out the foreign ownage to all Korean victims out there. And, it's just great seeing that you guys are doing well and being the spearhead of StarCraft 2. So before we round this off, dear HuK, anything in particular you'd like to say? Some further BM to Idra, perhaps? Anything at all?
Well, yeah, I saw a post on my streamer fan club page, and they're like, I don't understand, HuKed gets along with Idra sometimes and doesn't. The thing behind all this is that, you know, Idra's a really nice guy in person, but for some reason online he likes to talk a lot of shit. I don't know why. I'm the most good-mannered person to him all the time. Well, most of the time. And I'm like, you know, good luck, have fun, GG, and he just continues with the insults. So, I don't know. Us being foreigners, both in, you know, Korea, when we meet at events and stuff, it's all, you know, happy-go-lucky, you know, we both hope each other do well and stuff, but I definitely don't agree with his attitude or the way he goes about things, but I'm sure he doesn't agree with mine either. Other than that, you know, shout out to the family, the friends, the fans, you know, all my supporters. So, big heart and love you, and yeah, all that.
Well, thank you so much, HuK, and to all the other Liquid guys who made noises in the background. We look forward to see you all in the GSL sometime soon in January, I'm sure. Is that when the qualifiers start or when the broadcasting starts? How far is it in between the two, I guess?
Early January, qualifiers mid-January after HuKed finishes.
Did you hear Jinro? Because I have no idea.
After HuKed finishes qualifiers.
Or after HuKed finishes, because the bottom 8 of HuKed will play the bottom 16 of HuKed will play the HuKed qualifiers again.
Yeah, something like Jinro said. I have no idea. I'm just waiting to play somebody. So,
I'll try to boost the volume on that particular segment so that everyone can hear. But soon enough. And of course, the GSL format has changed since, the last 3 ones. And I won't reiterate all the information there, but there's going to be more GSL, more different segments and levels. And Jinro is already up there, and you other guys soon will be, I'm sure. So thank you very much, HuK, and to all the others in the background for doing this interview. And a very Merry Christmas and good practicing, and a Happy New Year to all of you.
Oh, thank you, and you too, obviously.
It's so nice to see you.
Well, on that high note, thank you all very much, and GG for now.
Bye.
Shout out to TL community and littleappfactory.com from all the Liquid boys in Korea.
Well, professional work together and as broadcasters, or will we continue to see this plethora of various broadcasters doing their own thing and trying to grab the attention?
Yeah, I think obviously if they work together, and I think a lot of them do, you see